down though.
Okay.
Oh, I can tell you're on.
Yeah, we'll be like
Oh,
8
wow.
too. Wanted to turn this music down. I think that should be good. What song was that? Yeah.
I missed the Sinking City trailer.
It wasn't anything new, I don't think.
It
Okay.
just, yeah. It wasn't a whole lot.
They have the devs that didn't talk about it. Wait. Yeah, they had some, not even a dev, the PR guy.
Sable and Nightcall, they both had really cool art
Dude,
styles.
Sable, man, looks so good. It was the one with like,
Oh,
the
yeah,
super
yeah.
wild art style.
Yeah, with the, like you're in the desert.
Yeah.
Yo, the one that's the hang on, I put it in there. Yeah, Morningstar. This one looks cool. It says a first-person farming game set a post-cyberpunk world.
yeah.
Computers are your soil and software is your seed. Seems interesting. I'm gonna go to the video so we can.
Oh, yeah, this thing, I don't know. Looks neat.
Huh?
It's like a first person
Okay, wait.
fucking
The
what's
camera
it
can
called?
scoot down.
Yeah.
There we go.
Tight.
You gentlemen settled?
Well, I'll make one more. Add a comment to our hey. I'm gonna add a comment to post I made. Should I make a separate post?
What did you say in the comment?
I said like I put a picture for setup and I said come watch this live soon. That's probably fine. I don't need to make another one. Are you jamming to these tunes? The fucking steel drums, dude.
Dude, I love steel drums.
They're so
we
good.
just talked about that. You have to send me this.
I'm jamming out to that Maraca, man.
It's alright, whatever, dude. I forgot what the key was
For what?
to switch over to our screen.
It was up arrow 8.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna fade this out very professional like.
As you go up.
Yeah, that didn't work at all.
It's gonna show the whole screen now.
Oh shit, yeah. Okay, so I have to like do
Yeah.
Bam. Okay, wait. We won't know if that worked yet. I didn't set up Audacity to record. Oh my god. Well, it worked.
Yeah, it worked.
Okay. Let's go right.
So you tell me you still have to download Audacity?
No,
we have it open.
Okay.
Get some tunes back while we do this. Okay, Austin, are you ready to start recording audio?
Yeah, I'm ready to hit record. Like Joseph
It goes so far
Gordon-Levitt.
in my ear.
Good joke.
What?
Have you guys ever watched that show?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
No,
Oh.
hit record.
Oh yeah, I've watched
Hit
some
play
of
on
it.
record.
Back when he first started doing it, I watched some.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, really? He was on Ubisoft.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna count us down on go, hit record, okay?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hello. Hello. Ladies and gentlemen.
Now I'm gonna fade this stuff out. Hey, it went up again?
Yeah.
Got him.
Pro.
So good. It's recording, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Do you have the... I'm gonna pull it up on my phone too.
I thought about that.
It's gonna look annoying with me constantly looking down, but I need to have extra references.
It's fine. If it were up to me, we wouldn't do video.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, it's fun. Okay. 'Cause I don't have my phone.
I mean,
I don't have my phone. It's fine. I like it. It's fun. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's fun. what is the date of today? I forgot I have an
Today
intro
is
I'm
the
supposed to give.
11th.
Today's the 11th, episode
People-
17. Hello.
Yes,
not the
I actually
intro.
wrote it at the top of the document.
Hey, you did. Good job. Thank you. That helps. I have to write it out or I'll forget it while I'm
Yeah, I saw that. That's why I put it on. Put it up there for you.
Okay. Are we good to start?
I think so.
Okay. Woo! All right.
We just starting with the beginning of the list and moving down.
No, we're gonna go like in the order that they, of the actual. Yeah, thank you. It's Monday.
Wait, where's Microsoft?
What? They're the second.
Microsoft.
Oh, shish kebabs. Do we not have Microsoft?
All right, no.
No, I didn't put Microsoft.
Okay.
I didn't watch Microsoft.
Oh, that's
just
right.
Pull it up.
Okay. We'll do it real quick. That's like the best one. That's honestly, I think they had the best show this year.
Yeah.
I watched the highlight. There's like a 16-minute highlight that I watched.
Oh yeah. Dude,
But like I
Monday.
said, they just showed a bunch of other games that were showed in detail later. So like,
I mean, not they had a lot of new
they
stuff.
did show a lot of stuff that was like.
okay, that's true. They showed a lot of stuff.
They showed
Nothing
the
I.
Division.
They showed Metro. That's actually
They
true. They showed
showed
Metro.
They showed a lot.
They showed Cyberpunk.
They showed Cyberpunk.
Battlefield 5.
So it was like
Yeah,
10 days.
Cyberpunk.
You guys want all of them.
I do like your hat, Austin. That's a good hat.
Thank you.
Sub doggy.
It's from a guy down in LA actually.
Oh really?
His name's Robbie Blumkin. He's a dumbass,
Okay,
but
now what
his
order
hat's cool.
do we want to? Here, I'll link this in Discord.
God, we're gonna have to like cut a lot of the audio. Whatever. Well, EA's first, so do you think you could reasonably pull it up and like have it so I could see it, so I know like what to go through?
Battlefield 5, Anthem, Star Wars.
But I mean, like for Microsoft, like, will we be able to like have it ready?
Oh,
Well, I guess like I'll pull it up on.
No, because it's kind of a lot. I'm not gonna type it out.
Right,
That's what
right,
you're
right.
asking.
Well, I mean, like, can you like pull that up then, just so I
On
know
here?
to-
Yeah, sure. What the fuck? Why did it open?
Yeah, just give it a little tiny window.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of stuff. So.
Alright, hold on. I got an idea. We're going old school.
Oh.
On a pen and paper.
Oh, dude, it's gonna take like 10 minutes to write down.
I'm not gonna write everything down, but I need to like know a certain something. So they showed From Software. They showed Cyberpunk.
Battletoads, Crackdown 3, Terry Crews, bad. Devil May Cry 5.
I'm not gonna mention that.
Okay, Division 2, Dying Light 2.
Oh
The-
yeah.
Oh yeah, the new open world Forza.
Yeah, that looked so good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Gears of War 5. Oh, the new Halo Infinite.
Yeah, Halo Infinite. They didn't really
Jump
show much on
Force.
that though.
No, I heard that it's like, it's still like at least 5 years out.
Mm.
Seriously?
Because it was just like Game End or something. Wait, let's see.
Oh, they acquired 5 studios. I actually did write
Yeah,
this down.
yeah. Jump Force, Kingdom, Metro Exodus, or the new Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Yeah, that looked cool. I like those Ori games.
The Sekio Shadow Die Twice.
That's the.
Yeah.
Alright, that's enough.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alright. Thank you. Now let's get going. Get that Twitch chat.
Chickadee chat.
A Blumpkin?
Yeah.
Who said Blumpkin? Whatever.
Oh, I did.
Oh,
Guy's name.
I see. Oh, real quick. The Microsoft
And yes, it is.
head is Phil Spencer. Or is
Yeah, I
that
think it is.
Mm.
Oh, wait, is that
or is that the
Bethesda?
Bethesda guy?
Yeah.
I want to get their names real quick.
Yeah, that's Microsoft. Phil Spencer.
Who's the Bethesda one then?
What was the guy's Bethesda?
President.
I didn't think they had a president.
Oh, that's right. His name was Phil. I put
Yeah.
in Discord. It was
Here,
Phil.
it'll come up. Here it is. Pete Hines.
Pete Hines. Thank you. All right. Wasted enough time. I also just lost the fucking... No, I didn't. All right. Sorry. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna start us on...
Are you sure Pete Hines the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pete Hines and God Howard. Okay.
Okie doke.
Y'all set?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go on go. Leave a little pause so you kind of know where we're starting for your editing sake.
We can just clap.
Okay. So
3, 2, 1.
go. Got him. Okay.
I'll figure it out.
I'm gonna do one right now so you know.
Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the...
Wait. No.
What?
Dude, I was like scratching my
I didn't know you
ears.
said you were ready. I was like, what? Are you just scratching your head? All right, this is the real one. Clap!
Oh my goodness.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Gamersgrove podcast, episode 17. Today is Monday, June 11th, 2018. We are your hosts, Will, Austin, and Brady. I did that backwards.
Hey.
What's up? If you guys are watching us live or on YouTube, you might notice our setup's a little different today. I got Brady down here with me in LA, so we got a pretty cool in-person podcasting going on this time.
Yeah.
Austin couldn't make it.
They didn't invite me.
Austin wasn't invited. That's
Later.
okay. Next time.
Yeah.
You will, well, we actually will have this month actually, we'll have a full in-person, in-house podcasting going, right?
I think
Yeah.
beginning
Yes,
of
we will.
July.
Oh, no, wait, yeah, that's next month. July. Sorry, I thought it was July.
Close.
Oh.
Yeah, next
month
month.
is it?
Anyways, if you do not know who we are, welcome. We are a video game news and businessy podcast. We try to market ourselves towards newbies who maybe don't know too much about video game stuff but want to get into it, try and figure things out. That sounds like you're in the right place. This week is really going to be a different episode from how we normally do things. We're going to pretty much just discuss E3. We may or may not split it up into two parts, depending on how long this takes. There is a whole lot to talk about, so we'll see. But as of right now, we're going to say it's all going to be one part. So, I guess we're going to skip over... Well, let's just skip even, like, what games we played, man.
Yeah, well,
it's E3.
Mm-hmm.
We got stuff to talk about. So, we're going to
I
skip...
played Twitch.
You played
Yeah.
Twitch. I played Twitch, yeah. I was watching Twitch. So let's jump right into it. The first press conference of the show was two days ago. It was EA's press conference. And it was okay. It was very, like, I feel a standard press conference. There was a lot of standing around and babbling and not showing the games. EA lately has also been doing a lot of damage control because of all the controversy they've been stirring up with their loot boxes and their greed and money stuff. So a good portion of it was like, we're not like that anymore, guys, we promise. Even though they definitely are. The first...
Well, on
Yeah.
the contrary to that, Anthem supposedly, no loot boxes. You will be purchasing the items outright that you want, and you'll know what they are before you put down money. So that's progress.
I mean,
We'll
yeah.
see. I guess that's the biggest thing to talk about for EA's press conference was we got to see more of Anthem's gameplay. I guess we kind of finally got to see gameplay from Anthem. Anthem is BioWare's newest game, their last being Mass Effect Andromeda. This one takes kind of a Destiny vibe on it, where it seems like an open world multiplayer, almost like an MMO for consoles, I guess. You go out, you fight monsters, you level up, you get loot, so that you can fight more monsters. That's kind of the gist of it. And like Austin said, this time they say there's not going to be any loot boxes or anything like that. They're going the more Fortnite route with it, I guess, where you just buy the skins outright. I think this means that we're just going to get a lot of overpriced skins instead of like a $1 loot box with a possibility for a skin.
I mean, if it's just cosmetics, though, who cares?
Yeah. It's I don't know. Like, I guess it's not as bad. It's better to know what you're getting. That takes out the whole gambling element of it, which a lot of people are afraid of and don't like.
Yeah.
So that's good. But whatever. As long as they really do stick to their word of no paying for power, essentially.
Yeah.
No pay to win stuff. If it's just skins and colors and whatever to, get what I get, then that's fine. I really don't care. I think like there's gotta be something like that in this day and age. The way games are priced and everything, like you can't really have a game like without microtransactions if you want to keep making money off it, unless you're gonna continuously pump out games. But then if you do that, you get crappy games
or expansions or something. You gotta keep making content for it.
Microtransactions are just kind of like the way you make money now. It's the new thing, and it's gonna stay for a long time, I think. Something else they talked about, we got more Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah, they confirmed the Battle Royale.
A little bit.
Oh, they confirmed the Battle Royale mode. That's right. Okay. Well, that was like something, I guess. Like, was there anything more? I honestly don't remember.
There was another like cinematic trailer that they released.
And
it was pretty short. I think it was like 2 minutes long, but it was cool. Not much else was shown.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, DICE confirmed everything we already knew. Battle Royale mode is coming. We get we're getting back to the old like COD versus Battlefield thing here, We got the Battle Royale modes duking it out now. Do they have a name for it, or is it just Battle Royale? Because like Call of Duty's is called Blackout. So,
oh really?
Yeah. So I don't know, like if this one has a fancy
catchy.
I'm allowed to say that.
I don't know.
I saw that actually. I saw someone mention Blackout, and I didn't know what the heck it was.
Yeah.
I didn't see the conference for that, but
they're trying.
Now I know.
Yeah, they're trying to set themselves apart. The only other big thing, if you can really even call it that, there was some Star Wars stuff announced. Battlefront 2 is getting a bunch of Clone Wars expansions. New map, supposedly their biggest yet, on Geonosis, the worst Clone Wars map ever. And like 5 new heroes, which is cool. I know, if you're a big Star Wars fan, you're going to be into that, but I still think this is all stuff that should have been in the game from the get-go. No fault to DICE, but...
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, it is what it
is. The other thing that was announced is not Visceral. It is, do you know the company name?
For what?
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Respawn. Yeah.
Respawn Entertainment's new game, which has now been confirmed as Jedi Fallen Order. It's a Star Wars game that takes place as you being a Jedi in between episodes 3 and 4. So it's going to be all about you being on the run and hunted by the Empire and trying to stay alive. There's a lot they could do with it. We don't really know much of anything yet outside of the name and that you get to play a Jedi. I have seen a lot of articles of everybody talking about how this is Jedi Knight 3, which... That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That's just one of my favorite games ever, but Jedi Knight 3 put like a lot of time and effort into their lightsaber like mechanics in combat, which really worked because you were playing against other people with lightsabers. Well, this game probably won't have that. So I can't imagine, like, if you're a Jedi on the run, you're not going to be fighting and killing other Jedi. So,
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it'd be cool, but maybe a multiplayer
Uh,
mode.
Yeah. It's probably super far
For
out,
those who
though.
aren't familiar with Respawn, they worked on Titanfall.
Yes, they
and
did the cool
That's
robo
really the
shooting.
only thing I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah,
They don't
sure
go much
there's
farther back
some
than that,
other
to be
use.
honest, I don't think.
yeah.
But yeah, they made Titanfall, which is a really solid, like a mech FPS, sort of. It's like a mix of, like, Call of Duty and, like, some mech warrior stuff. It's really cool.
Very
That also begs
fast-paced
the question,
game.
though, like, is there gonna be any shooting, like any gunplay involved, you know? Because that's what they do. From, like, that's kind of what they've, at least up to this point, that's what we know them for. You know, they do a lot of cool shooting stuff, so it'd be kind of a loss to not have
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah.
think they could. I like the idea of a Jedi, like, having to resort to blasters if he needs to. He can't
Yeah.
just be whipping out the lightsaber everywhere. That draws too much
Right.
attention.
Yeah. I'm sure. I don't know. I don't know. I think it'll be good. Titanfall has good story, good campaign, so they'll continue that over. No,
Second
actually,
game has
it
good
really
story.
is.
Well, I see you looking.
Yeah,
over
yeah.
there. Second one's great.
Yeah,
It's
second
really,
one's-
it really is
it's
a good
really good.
campaign.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. I didn't play it. I
Worth
guess I
it
just
just
played the
for that.
multiplayer. So, okay, this is all like, there's not much to talk about here because we really don't know anything. Like, we're going off of a name right now.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, the juicy bits later.
yeah, EA like really didn't showcase much. Like, it was just a very standard show. They didn't talk about much. There wasn't a lot of like new like things people weren't expecting. It was just like by the book.
Yep.
The next conference, however, Microsoft's, I think they did great. It was so I guess my biggest complaint about E3 is that excuse me, the conferences generally just Babylon, like, they get somebody who's really nervous and awkward and, you know, isn't used to stage presentation to kind of awkwardly talk about their game, and then they show a couple minutes of gameplay and then, you know, rinse and repeat for the whole thing. This time, however, Microsoft, they showed 50 titles, like, just basically one after the other.
Mm-hmm. They had people in between, like every once in a while, but
Mhm.
probably like 5 or 6 times they interrupted it.
Yeah, they really, like, they knocked it out of the park. I think you actually mentioned this, but like a part of it was probably just because they didn't have the time
Yeah.
to stop. They may have honestly wanted to get people to talk, but like when you're showing that many games, there just wasn't enough time.
Mm-hmm.
So to go through the list, I guess the first thing we'll talk about, they showed the Division 2. We got a good chunk of
Yeah.
gameplay out of that.
Yeah.
The setting like looks cool, at least.
Yeah, DC.
It's Washington DC. I do not get the story. Like,
Well,
what is going on?
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, that's my thing about this one is, besides the story, I feel like they're doing nothing different.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know, like,
That is true.
different setting, I guess, but the first one didn't really do that well. It didn't hold the player base. That they died super fast. So, like, what makes everyone want to stay playing this one longer?
Yeah.
In like, I wish I was like those guys, you know, the interviewers who like interview the devs are always like so light and careful what they say. I just want to like be like straight up.
Yeah.
It's like,
Gorilla, man.
yeah, I know. Like, it's like, all right, so
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
your last game failed. What are you doing differently? You know, but it's never the case. So I don't know what they will do.
Yeah.
Did they mention some sort of like in game? I didn't
No.
watch it. very
Oh yeah.
closely.
They had raids. That's right.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
Right, raids. Okay, yeah. I
Yes.
thought there was something because I think that was a big thing with the last game is people felt like they didn't have anything to do.
Yeah, because you could go in like the dark zone or whatever, but it gets pretty boring.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Also, like, this was a genuine problem I had with the first Division game and why I didn't play it. and I hope they figure out a way. They kind of, at least in the demo, sort of rectified it. But unloading like 3 magazines of an assault rifle into a dude in a beanie like is not convincing. Like I get it, like you have to have that. It's almost like it's like an MMO in a way, you know, like mobs need to scale, and especially if you're having raid bosses, like they can't die in one shot. And the trailer kind of did a good way of fixing that. Like they had a boss fight in their little tech demo, and it was this dude like just
like a
with
juggernaut.
mountains of like armor and like Kevlar on him.
Yeah, like a juggernaut from Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like Modern Warfare 3, I don't know if you remember that, but it looked just like that. He had like a bomb suit on her.
Yeah, he was
like,
just like loaded out in armor, and like that's enough. I'll buy
Payday.
that.
Yeah, that's Payday. That's
like
a good
Payday.
one. Yeah,
But like I'll take that. I buy that. Whatever.
Yeah,
But then I don't know. It's interesting. Like I'm curious. Like if a raid taking place in the White House, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
That's probably what's gonna happen.
Would be playing in the White House. Yeah.
I mean, like the video ended with them like charging at the White House, like while they're getting like barraged by like cannons and machine guns and stuff.
Yeah.
So
and the like trailer, the gameplay trailer, and all the footage we've seen has all been like in like a downed Air Force One or whatever.
yeah,
So
it looks cool. The setting does look cool. I hope the raids are fun. I still think they need more than that to like help set themselves apart.
They did. Okay, so this was all at the Microsoft conference, and it's a Ubisoft game, which Microsoft did a lot of. They were like playing other people's games who were having conferences later in the week at their conference. But at Ubisoft's conference, which we'll talk about more later, but they said that they're gonna have like a DLC kind of like schedule where they'll release like new content throughout.
Yeah.
Like I think said like a year or two, and it'll all be free. And in between they'll have like certain events.
Yeah, that's right. They're gonna have like a little episodic DLC thing.
Yeah, but
it's all free apparently.
I don't know how much like that'll.
We'll see we'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah.
That is like something to talk about. Like, why did Microsoft like steal like from every other like how did they like get permissions? Like
a little snippet of,
they
it was like a
showed,
little
like,
pre-show.
Like they even had Todd Howard out there.
It's like Todd Howard came
Yeah.
out and talked about Fallout 76.
Yeah.
They showed The Division, which is a Ubisoft game. They showed
Just
like
Cause,
all. They showed
Square
Just
Enix.
Cause. They showed like all of Square Enix.
Kingdom Hearts.
Conference.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, like did they pay them for that?
Yeah.
Or,
I think they paid them. Or something like.
I guess that must be how it works.
Or the people were not expecting as many people to watch them as Microsoft, so like, okay, we'll get more viewership at Microsoft, or like.
That is true. That might like be a part of it.
Yeah.
I don't know though, because if you look at their presentations on that versus their own like base, when it was just their company's conference, it's so much better with their company, which you would hope, but I don't know. I just feel like it was very like half-assed, I guess. Not half-assed, but just it wasn't as maybe as hyped.
I get you.
Yeah.
It's.
I know where I'm going with this, but yeah.
It was strange. I was kind of like the whole time wondering like, whose press conference is this?
Yeah.
Like, what are we like? Who are we really watching right now? You know, what did you do, Phil Spencer? Let's see. What's worth talking about?
Yeah.
Halo Infinite, I guess we have to mention. I don't care, but like, there's another Halo game coming out.
If it's for PC, then I'll care, but.
Well, we didn't even
service.
Yeah, we didn't see anything of it though. Like,
they showed a quick trailer, or it wasn't a quick, but it looked like it was either way in the future or way in the past, because they showed a lot of like ground stuff, and then the end of like Master Chief's helmet, but
and like putting a little chip into it, right?
Yeah,
but no, wait, that was
something else. But I read that it's still like several years out, and that was just like, you know, really early like engine footage.
You could definitely tell. I mean, it was clear they didn't really have anything to show. It was just like let the fans know that something is being done, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which that seemed to be a
little teaser.
Yeah, it seemed to be a something that happened a lot this E3. So
is it is it still being done by 343? Like, is that?
I mean, I don't know who else would do it.
imagine.
Yeah, you look it up, but
yeah, whatever. Halo's happening. Does anyone care after Halo 3?
No,
Probably not.
unfortunately.
oh wait, it's Infinity, not Infinite.
Oh, sorry, Halo Infinity, not Halo
I swear,
Infinite.
that's where it's Infinite.
That's Bioshock.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the Infinite.
So something we're trying, like, for those of you watching or listening, the way we're doing this, I have a little list of like things written down. There's a lot to talk about for each press conference, and we do not have the time to talk about everything. So I'm kind of jumping around and trying to like find the things that are really worth talking about. So if it sounds like I'm just like kind of flying all over the place, because this isn't the order of the way like the games like came out during the conference. I'm just talking about the ones that we feel are the most relevant. So going on that, Microsoft did something pretty interesting, and they seem to be kind of becoming very indie friendly. They acquired four indie studios, those being Undead Labs, which are the guys who made State of Decay and are making State of Decay 2, which is the Xbox exclusive. Playground Games, which are the guys behind the Forza Horizon.
Yep.
Right? Is that what it's
The
called?
Forza series. Yeah.
Yeah, basically the guys who make the Forza series, the racing car games. Ninja Theory, which did Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, which was like a weird, like almost psychological horror, like action game. And Compulsion Games, which did, I don't really remember. Fact check me, Brady. Well, they acquired Compulsion Games as well, and so
We Happy Few.
right, they're the guys
okay.
who did the Kickstarter for We Happy Few and are somehow still making that game. So
I feel like it just disappeared for a second.
it did.
Yeah.
It fell off because like it got released and then it like still sucked, and then everybody kind of forgot about it. It's like being re-released. Like that was actually one of the other things at the Microsoft conference. It's like We Happy Few again with a new trailer and a new release date and everything. You know, this is like 3-4 years later after it was released initially. But I don't know. I mean, like it's cool that Microsoft, you know, big like AAA companies seem to like be more inviting to helping out the little guy and stuff. Like it's becoming more popular to like, you know, support indie devs, which is super rad. You know, the thing I worry about, I guess, is that we don't know the details of this deal. Like it, you know, they could just be absorbing them for all we know. Hopefully, if things work out the way I'd like them to, they will still have full creative freedom. They get to do whatever they want, and maybe there'll probably be some rule like you have to publish, like, you know, through us. Maybe it has to be an exclusive, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
if, for those of you who don't know, if it comes out on Xbox, it'll come out on PC. Because like when it's exclusive, you know, Microsoft owns Xbox and Microsoft has Windows.
most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time, unless it says console exclusive. But usually it might not be on Steam, but it'll be on like their Xbox store or whatever. But at least we're getting it on PC.
Yeah.
Unlike PlayStation, or if it's a, you know, exclusive, then we're pretty screwed unless you have a PlayStation.
Yeah, so I mean, like, of all of them to take it, like, Microsoft isn't too bad because we do have a better chance it'll come to PC because I don't own an Xbox One.
Yeah.
The one console I don't have. And then, as a part of that, Microsoft also created a brand new game studio called The Initiative.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they announced, like, any projects they're working on, only that they exist.
Yeah, I don't think they announced
There
anything.
really wasn't anything much else to it.
Yeah.
But they're expanding, I guess. They want to make even more games.
Yeah.
Like, I can't really think of like a Microsoft like made game. You know?
I mean, talking about Microsoft Studios, like Age of Empires.
Oh, okay,
Age
yeah,
of
sure.
Empires.
Age of
Yeah.
Empires.
This is funny because earlier this year, actually, they were having a bunch of conferences to figure out how Microsoft could stay relevant long term because, like, we're talking like, 20, 30 years long term. But game industry apparently is a route they've decided to take.
Game
Seems
industry's
like.
booming, dude.
Yeah.
And it keeps on going.
Wait, did they make Sea of Thieves, or was that
That was Rare.
Okay, they
Just
published.
They published.
Yeah, they
it.
published a lot of them. I guess like Ori, I know was
Mhm.
published. Yeah, okay.
So yeah, they're ramping up their the whole supporting indies and publishing for indies. Speaking in that vein, Brady just said it, but there was a new Ori game that was shown called Ori and the Will of the Wisp. That, for many of you who probably don't know, the first Ori is a very indie game made by a small studio whose name I do not know, unfortunately. It's a very stylized, like third person, not even third person, like a 2D side scroller, I guess, like platformer even. And it was a huge success when it came out. You know, people loved the look of it. It's an amazing looking game. It's mechanically very solid. It's all around like a very great success. And so now we're getting another one also being published by Microsoft.
Yeah, it's made by Moon Studios.
Moon Studios. I don't think they've really done this.
Yeah.
Is like, this is what they did, you know. So they're continuing on with what they're good at, and I don't think anyone's complaining. The trailer looks great. You know, it's nice stuff. There's really not much more to say there. Okay. Last thing we'll mention with the Microsoft one, the whole Gears of War thing. I really like the way they presented this. So it started out like the Gears logo popped up on the screen, and you start to hear the crowd start to cheer and get real excited, and then like the wall breaks and a Funko Pop appears, and it's just like it makes little noises, and then a couple more appear, and they kind of like they do a little bit, and then that was it, and people were like, I genuinely thought that was all they had to show, you know. So they kind of faked everybody out by thinking it was only Funko Pops, but they ended up showing a little bit of gameplay for the new Gears game, Gears of War 5.
Yeah, I think that's just what they're calling it.
Yeah. It doesn't really even look like Gears of War anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, like, considering, you know, Cliff Belinsky's vision of it being just, like, superly roided dudes, like, just machine gunning down everything. This seems a lot more grounded and realistic.
It's like it seems like a drama or something now, like.
Yeah, there's some girl and she's like connected to the Locust or something and trying to find out her past. I don't know. I don't get the story anymore.
Yeah.
Speaking of girls, this is a like good year for women in games.
Yeah, seriously.
Dude, honestly.
There's a lot of like there's a lot of
badasses
women
out
in
there. But yeah, I mean, like that was the gist of the Microsoft conference. I still think what? Did I Oh my god. Thank you. I was genuinely about to gloss over this. The most important part of
the most important part.
literally the most important part, probably of E3.
Yeah.
So at the very end of the conference, Phil Spencer comes out and he's giving some dumb little talk about how like gamers are cool and like, you know, gaming brings the world together and thank you all for coming out. And then he gets cut off, and the screen like gets hacked, and suddenly there's a Cyberpunk trailer, and it was so good. Like, so I guess, oh man, I could just talk about this trailer for so long. The first thing to mention, I guess, was that it really took me by surprise. It looked very different from what I was expecting.
Yep.
Because I guess most of the Cyberpunk stuff we've seen lately, like Blade Runner and even Ghost in the Shell and stuff like that.
Altered Carbon.
Altered
you
Carbon.
Watch it, Will.
Yeah, I need to finish the first episode.
Oh, come on.
It's good. I like it.
You call yourself a Cyberpunk fan.
Whatever. But basically everything lately Cyberpunk has all just been like dark, gritty, like, you know, scum of the earth stuff. And that is a part of Cyberpunk. That's definitely like, you know, that's part of what makes Cyberpunk what it is. But Cyberpunk 2077, the trailer, showed us the other part of it. And to take it straight from a Reddit comment I saw, they put the punk back in Cyberpunk. You know, there's like people with flashy cars, like neon pink mohawks and like those spike collars.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, beating the crap out of people in bars with pool cues.
And the spikes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
it was punk rock, like, you know, that the punk part of cyberpunk, literally, you know. And that's like, I mean, I get why movies and stuff don't want to show that because it's more niche, and I guess people wouldn't take it seriously. But it was cool to see. Like, there's so much in this trailer. Like, every frame has like so much to take in. I spent a good deal of work today just like watching the trailer and kind of pooling over all the scenes. They threw in a little Blade Runner reference in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I missed that.
It's just like it's super quick. Josh pointed it out to me, but there's a shot where a dude's like sitting at a noodle stand like eating, and these two guys come up and like pull guns on him, and that's straight from the first Blade Runner movie. Little references like that. I'm sure like we'll find all sorts of little tidbits like that.
Yeah, but like after, so like before and after, there's like, you know, text on screen like it's hacking or whatever, and I don't know if it was after, but there was like a bunch of text, and someone like paused it and kind of like looked into it, and it was actually like a lot of questions and answers from the devs, and this kind of things like, you know, when will it be done, like where does it take place, it's like a bunch of just random questions, and
they're answering a lot of our questions basically.
yeah, well, it's a lot, so we'll like have it linked, but in terms of when will it be done, they pretty much said it'll be done when it's ready, so we have nothing on that. But it'll take, I think the city's called Night City.
Yes, it takes place in Night City.
Yeah, in America, so
which is...
they didn't, like, it might be bigger than Night City. We're kind of talking because they keep referencing like America might be, you know, spread out more or just in the city. I mean, I think you know more about the tabletop, so
if continuing to go on the assumption that they're like basically turning the tabletop into a video game, which is like what they've said themselves. I mean, they're using Cyberpunk 2020, the creator of the tabletop game, as like their direct creative consultant. This game is probably going to take place in just Night City, which is where the tabletop game takes place. It's like the most dangerous and, you know, hardcore city in America, that kind of stuff. They did also mention there will be classes. It's not going to be like The Witcher, where you're playing a set character. Like, you get to make your character based off all the classes that are available. I imagine that part's actually an assumption. I hope so, because there's some really cool classes in Cyberpunk 2020. There's not going to be any sort of microtransactions. It's what was the last thing? And it's a DRM free.
Oh yeah, so you could stream it and make videos and do whatever you want.
Is that what that means?
Right.
Like you can do that and not get copyright strikes, basically?
Yeah, like Nintendo was doing a while back.
Right, like Nintendo does.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, that was like the gist of what they said in the secret message. They said there might be more. Well, they said to come check out their booth. So, you know, that's the first place me and Brady are going to go tomorrow. Hopefully, we might be able to find some more information. But I don't necessarily, like, I don't think there's going to be much more to see outside of what we saw. Like, the more things to see will probably be all the stuff in the secret message.
Yeah.
Is what I think.
Yeah.
You know, maybe a preview of a class.
Yeah, I know.
That would be super cool.
That'd be cool.
That'd be real.
And then,
Start releasing things.
Yeah.
And then something else they did, which is super random, is I don't know how someone found this out, but there's like a bunch of random letters and stuff, and apparently those were keys for The Witcher 3. So you could redeem that for a free copy of The Witcher 3.
Only on the Xbox.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, and that's like the hacking code that shows up in the beginning, like when they're hacking like the press conference. Yeah, those were codes for a free copy of The Witcher 3 and all its DLC for the Xbox.
Yeah.
How
That's
somebody
cool.
figured that out?
I wonder how someone figured that out.
I know.
don't
Who
know.
knows? Who knows?
Like, I don't know, dude. That makes, like, who would have thought to do that?
Yeah, especially on Xbox specifically. Like, yeah.
Either
Someone
way.
had to let somebody know.
Yeah, some
it
inside
must be.
info.
Yeah. Either way, like, CD Projekt Red proving that they're pretty awesome dudes.
Yep.
You know, in multiple ways. I guess, to jump back to the release date real quick, they didn't really give us a release date, but they did say it won't be as long of a wait as this gap was. I think it said something like that.
Oh yeah.
Also, something to note.
Yeah.
This was 277 days.
277,000 days.
Sorry, I keep saying that. 277,000 days since Cyberpunk was first
announced.
mentioned and announced.
Yeah, like
how do you plan that?
Know.
Like, and it lands on you. Come on, dude. Like, that's so insane. They're so cool. I love CD Projekt Red. They like just melt away all my angst. Okay, well now now we're really done with Microsoft.
Yeah. This is a long time at Microsoft.
Yeah.
There's a lot to talk about. It was the best one, I'm telling you, man. They killed it on demonstration and performance. The next thing was Bethesda.
Was it? I feel like there's one in between that. Oh no, yeah, Bethesda then Devolver.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the next one, probably the fan favorite, was Bethesda Softworks.
That's the old it's software now, but it used to be Softworks.
All right.
Yeah.
It's Bethesda Software now. Whatever. Bethesda's press conference happened, and I want to start by saying, before we get into the games, we'll talk about like the overall show.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Oh,
I forgot about
really
the guy opening. Yeah.
It was so cringy. Like.
Yeah, Microsoft did good with minimal human interaction. They had like the crew or the Forza, where they had people fake playing, but that was about it.
Yeah, like if you want to get your people doing your fake demos, like that's fine. I don't have to hear them talk, like whatever. But man, Bethesda learned nothing. They had like everybody come out and talk. Like every 5 minutes somebody new was out there to talk, and they were awful. Like they're great people. They make great games. I love them. But my God, like don't make them talk in front of a giant audience like that. That's like millions of people watching.
It was amusing though. It was amusing.
I mean,
I thought it was amusing.
Well, like that. What's that?
I was like verbally cringing every time. I was like, oh man, like, but it was fun to watch. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, because what's that dude who opened up like with the song?
Andrew WK opened with a song
2.
Nobody really even liked in the first place. No offense.
Oh man.
The Rage 2 theme he played, and Andrew WK has an insane level of energy that like nobody can match, and that crowd was not ready for him at all. And my God, I mean, props to him. He was giving it his all on his little keyboard.
Yeah,
but
like headbanging, like
he just like walked out afterwards. He was like, screw this. He just walked out.
I can't even say it. They kept cutting to the crowd.
Yeah.
And like not once when they cut into it was anybody into what was going on.
They're just straight face, like
they're straight facing it. They're like bored, like they're checking their phone. It just you can see it on their face that they're just like, please let this end. Like just get on with it. It was.
There's like one or two people that were like bobbing their heads.
That was like sympathy head bobs. They're like, if they were into it, they'd be jamming. But that was just like oh yeah, I'm having fun. I'm here because I have to be, kind of a thing. It was awful. But then they actually talked about Rage 2, and that was kind of cool. It's like a
Mad Max style.
It's like Mad Max basically, and that's fine. I mean, even going as far as like the main character you play is named Walker, and he's like the last ranger, which is straight up Mad Max. Like Mad Max or Max is like the last cop in Australia, So whatever. I mean, it works. It looks cool, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of stylized in a cool way, but I don't know.
It is also kind of like I forget to say, but Rage is like a open world third person action game. Basically, with cars, lots of car stuff, which is kind of nice.
Oh yeah, they said if you could see it, you could drive it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm always down for that. That's cool. We'll see how extensive that really means, though.
Yeah.
But shoot. So the trailers we've seen, pretty much most of the trailers we've seen up to this point for Rage have all been like super like light almost. like it's like how like relish in the chaos kind of a thing, like, you know, there's crazy stuff going down and people are killing each other, but it's like, yeah, this is awesome. But this gameplay trailer was much more like edgy. You know, the main character Walker is so like, you know, no, these guys destroyed my family and I gotta get revenge and that kind of stuff. And so it was kind of like a jarring contrast between the two. But, you know, whatever. Like, theme issues, I'm sure, it'll still be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How could you have not highlighted this, Austin? Doom 2.
My
man.
bad.
Yeah, you're bad. Are you kidding me? I won't stick on it
Another
long.
Doom game?
Yeah,
Wow.
dude, another Doom game. It's pretty much, it seems, it's called Doom Eternal.
Yeah, Eternal.
Yeah.
It's made by id. It's Doom. It's Doom 2, which means it takes place on Earth and Hell. What more do you
It's
need?
Doom.
It's
Did
Doom.
we mention that it's Doom?
It's definitely Doom. I really wanted John Romero to come out. Like, I know he doesn't like even work in the industry anymore. He's like, I'm pretty sure he's retired, but I would have loved it if he could come out and just like say something. But there was literally nothing like gameplay wise. It was just like they played some metal music and like showed the Doom guy walk out, and that was it. So whatever.
Yeah.
We'll jump to the main thing of the Bethesda conference was Fallout 76. We talked about it briefly 2 weeks ago. A week ago?
Yeah. I don't know.
We talked about it a little bit ago before, when we didn't really know.
I think it was
much.
last week.
Yeah, I guess so. And so Fallout 76 is here, and we're all so excited.
Yeah, don't sound too
Really
excited.
multiplayer.
It's gonna be 100% multiplayer. This is.
But you can play it alone.
Oh, you can, but you're still online, and you can still bump into players.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
right.
what I.
you can
Yeah,
play it
that's
offline
awesome.
too.
No.
I
it's
think he said 100% online.
He said you can play alone,
Yeah.
but you're still online. Yeah, Todd played.
I took that as single player.
Oh no,
Dude. It's like, think of it as like playing World of Warcraft by yourself versus like playing with a party. You know, you're still online, you still bump into players. This is you're choosing to do it by yourself. I think that's what he meant. Like,
I mean, I didn't hear single player, so
Yeah.
I don't assume you could play alone
either way,
without people.
it's very different from anything we've seen as far as any Bethesda game goes, really. Like, they don't do multiplayer ever.
I guess Quake and
But I mean, like,
Well, like,
as an RPG.
What you know Bethesda
oh yeah,
for.
oh yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
like the games they publish
It's all-
do
yeah,
multiplayer,
single
but,
player
like, as far as
RPG.
like in-house Bethesda game, this is the first multiplayer game we're ever gonna have.
And Todd Howard mentioned that. He said that, you know,
That's
this
right.
is kind of a big deal. It's our first multiplayer game. We want to make sure we do it right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're having an
So
open
I think
beta.
a lot of care is going to go into it. Yeah, an open beta. We should mention that too. Yeah.
Which I think you have if you pre-order the game, you get access to it. But I don't know if you don't pre-order it, how you're gonna get. Because I went on to look today, and it's like to get access to the beta, pre-order the game.
Oh, did it really say that?
Yeah,
Oh
at least on their
God,
website
dude.
it did.
To answer a question we have on Twitch, they're asking about if we can quest together and if it will affect your progress or not, like whether you do it alone or together. Todd Howard did say that you could be playing solo and you can jump into somebody else's game, I believe, at any point, and it doesn't really affect your progress whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, you all keep your own progress.
yeah, it's totally seamless. Like, your level, your stats, your gear, all that just carries over with you, no matter what servers or wherever you are. You won't really notice any of that. It's all just seamless transitions. So you can quest together, you can quest alone. You can basically, you could do the whole game by yourself if you wanted to. You could do the whole game with your friends. You could do a mix. Like, you could do all that, and none of it will interfere with your progress. I wonder though, then, like, can I still make characters? You know, like, can I make a bunch of characters? Like, I made like 20 Skyrim characters. You know, like, can I? If I get bored of one guy, can I just make a new character and like things be?
I would think
okay?
so.
I hope so.
Yeah, I don't really know. I guess it depends on how much they're going into like the MMO kind of like style, because most MMOs you can make a bunch of characters and
Yeah, that's true. I guess like it's time will tell. I don't know. I think you probably will be able to make characters. You lose your progress for whatever stuff you have.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's not like hardcore or anything, so
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but
it is also, it's still using the Fallout 4 engine, which is a slightly cleaned up Skyrim engine. It's an older engine, basically.
Yeah.
But some of the big differences, the one big difference I think this time around is that in Fallout 4, they added building, but you can only build in very specific locations. In this one, you can build anywhere. And that's honestly all I'm gonna do. Like, I'm sorry guys, but like when I get this game, all I'm gonna do is like build bases. Another fun.
I know you're gonna say.
Probably the best part of this. You have the ability to drop nukes anywhere on the map, whenever you want.
Yeah, I think they said put like 4 nuke like launch sites.
That wasn't very clear what that meant.
Yeah, like how many times can you do it? Like, is there a limit? I think, what's the way? The thing that'll be interesting to see, because what Brady and I noticed when we were watching it, they showed somebody drop a nuke on a location, and then they went to that location, and the place was like nuked. Like the buildings were destroyed, like the earth was just like obliterated and stuff, and like there's radiation. Is that
Is it
permanent? Yeah, like is that like it stays like that for 30 minutes and then goes back to normal?
Because they said you could like gather different resources when you nuke it and stuff.
Right,
so.
yeah, you get totally different resources from a nuked site like versus that site unnuked. So I think what's gonna happen if it is permanent, the whole map is gonna be obliterated in like a good 10 seconds flat. People are gonna go crazy with these nukes.
Dylan made a good point. You have to get the codes for it.
Okay, yeah.
You only get,
there was
like,
a
one
whole
piece
process to it.
Yeah, I forgot about that. And
Right.
Then, yeah.
I'm making it sound simpler than it is. Yeah, you do have to you have to find these codes, and then you have to work with other people who have the codes, and you all go to the site and put in the codes and stuff, and then like launch the nuke. Like, it is a whole ordeal to do it. But even still, people will
abuse it.
They'll bomb the crap out of the map.
I wonder if they'll have like, because it said all dedicated servers, but if they'll like custom ones like like non-nuke or something like.
Oh yeah, 100%. I hope so. I didn't think.
But I wonder if I don't even think if there'll be a server browser or anything. I think it'll just be like just join and it puts you in one, and then you can join your friends. And...
there won't be a browser.
Yeah, no, that's true, because that's Todd Howard did say that you will never see the server stuff. Like, you'll just get in and play. That's the whole like seamless bit of it. You don't have to worry about any of that kind of nonsense. You just get to play.
Yeah. It just works.
It just works. They were memeing it up
I know.
big time.
Oh yeah, he's throwing all the memes out.
Yeah, like throwing shade at Walmart and like,
throwing shade at themselves. Real quick to touch on it, because I really like what they did. They put out a really good video that was called Skyrim's Everything Edition. I don't know what it was called. Basically,
very special.
Very special edition. Thank you. And it was them making a goof on themselves for the fact that Skyrim is on virtually every relevant console right now, and it was with Keegan Key from Key and Peele as well, but it was like a spoof commercial, I guess, about Skyrim being on the Alexa, being on like a smartwatch, on your fridge and stuff, like things like dumb stuff like that.
On a pager.
Yeah,
on a pager. But then it turns out they weren't fully joking. You can actually play Skyrim on your Alexa. My girlfriend Rebecca just got it. We haven't tried it out yet. We're probably going to try it out after this podcast ends. But that's a thing. That is a real thing. I can play Skyrim on the Alexa. What a world.
That should be the after show. Streaming Alexa Skyrim.
We're going to do that. All right. there's two other very big things to talk about for Bethesda's conference. Sort of big. The first one, rumors have been churning around Bethesda for a while now that they're making a brand new IP, specifically a sci-fi RPG, and it turns out that is true. It is called Starfield, and we know next to nothing outside of that.
Yeah, they did like a 10-second teaser.
They put a very quick teaser out there that just basically was just to confirm that it exists. I think the only thing Todd Howard really did say about it is that it's going to be for the next generation of consoles. So that means we're probably not going to see it for at least 3 years.
Yeah. It's probably on the new engine too.
Yeah. On whatever new engine they're building. So it's gonna be very like high tech, really advanced stuff. And I mean like a sci-fi Bethesda RPG.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Like that's all I need. Like,
Yeah. Oh.
We goof on Bethesda a lot, you know, they like all the bugs they have in their games, but like they make solid RPGs that are super fun. And so like I genuinely do not think there's a way they could screw this up. Bethesda kind of just knows what they're doing, especially when it comes to RPGs.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, the future looks great.
I mean, I'm excited. I love anything space and sci-fi, and there's not enough games like that. So to have a AAA company making that is good.
And then the elephant in the room. They my cheesing so bad. They announced or they confirmed.
Yeah.
The Elder Scrolls 6 is happening.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, and that's all we know.
Again. Yeah. Again,
that's all we
10-second
need.
teaser.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, it's one of those things that like we've all known that it was being made. You know, like they're not gonna make another game in their most successful franchise, but just getting like the official like validation was so great. I was so happy when that theme kicked in. Man, it was great. There's
a lot of people were nerding out.
Oh yeah, people are geeking out big time. As far as like when it comes out, you know, they didn't give us a release date. They literally gave us nothing. They probably don't have anything to show. I wouldn't be surprised if this game is like barely in pre-production. Yeah, you know. Yeah,
I think it'll come after Starfield.
Yeah. They I think that's pretty much like. I don't think they said it at E3, but it's been said before that Starfield is what's being worked on right now, and then after that will be the Elder Scrolls 6. I'm thinking honestly at least another 5 years.
Yeah, minimum
for this to come out. You know.
You think 5 years?
I genuinely think 5 years. That sucks, but like I really do think that because you also got to factor in if they really want to stick to their word that they don't want this, you know, they want this to be for the next generation of consoles. We've already seen like the Sony CEO said he believes the PS4 has another 3 years of life in it. I'm sure Microsoft is kind of around the same boat, so it's gonna be a while before we even get the next gen of consoles. Yeah, like I really do think it could be like a minimum of 5 years before we see the next Elder Scrolls game, which is part of the reason I almost wish they didn't say anything. I like E3 is a weird thing of like everybody's trying to be like the top dog and like the most talked about, you know, it's good for their company. So they throw crazy things like that out there. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm super happy they like mentioned it, but it probably is going to be like a Cyberpunk situation where we're not going to hear anything about this for another like 5 years.
That would suck.
I mean, that's just how it's going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, next year Bethesda's going to have like nothing to announce at E3.
Next year they just killed their own E3 presentation for next year. I don't know. I like either way.
I think you'll both be wrong.
You think
All
so?
right.
What do you say? Like, how long will it be if you had to guess?
I say like at max 3 years.
At max? Then when's
I think,
Starfield
yeah,
coming
Starfield.
out, dude?
We haven't gotten a date for Starfield.
Yeah, but
But it's coming out
after.
before Skyrim.
Okay,
Yeah.
but what has it been confirmed that Starfield is being worked on instead?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought that was just hearsay.
No, Todd said.
I think at this point it's been confirmed. Yeah, Starfield is in like production. It's definitely past pre-production stage,
Yeah.
and it's next gen.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, I honestly, I'd rather you be right and
Yeah, I
like
know.
Starfield come out like next year, and then Elder Scrolls like 2 years after that. But
They don't usually release information about a game or even a teaser and then make you wait 5 years. That's not really their track record.
that's
Okay, that's Bethesda.
yeah.
sure.
See, that is true.
Yeah,
that's the
Bethesda.
weird part about it.
Yeah.
Bethesda's usually really good about they only talk about stuff at E3 that's coming out this year. That's part of why it was so weird.
Yeah,
and,
they're
like
like
it caught
4
everyone
months
off
you're gonna
guard.
have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we mentioned it, but like Fallout 76 comes out like
November or
November.
something. Yeah.
like
I
like
think 18th.
Yeah.
mhm. Most of the games that they mentioned during their press conference are coming out this year, so it is weird that like we're over here speculating like it could be 5+ years, but I really do think that there's no way they could pump it out, and if they did, it'd be bad. I don't know. It was very unlike Bethesda, and I kind of do think it was a mistake for them to do it, but still excited.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna participate in all those Reddit threads, theory crafting, where it's gonna take place.
Something's funny that happened. That was like they're like ending the conference and they ended it on this other Elder Scrolls game. It's a mobile game.
Oh my
Called
god!
Blades.
Oh, yeah,
and we're
that was
like,
confusing.
no way they're gonna end on a mobile game, like because they're like, yeah, Fallout Shelter for the PS4 and PC or whatever. It's like, all right, cool, and then they said the Blades, and then we're like, no way they could end on a mobile
We
game.
need to talk about the Blades for a second.
Yeah, let's
so
talk about it.
It's a fully mobile RPG, so it's basically Skyrim on your mobile phone.
Yeah.
I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like a
I genuinely
actual.
thought we were being trolled.
You
I thought
could
he
play
was
it
memeing
vertical
us.
too, like you could play it like this,
Yeah.
like they're like, yeah, you could sit in an office
Sit in
meeting
your
and
office
they think you're on your
meeting
phone,
and-
like.
Yeah, I when they first showed that, I thought we were being trolled. I really didn't believe it, but it's real.
Yeah.
It's a thing that's happening. I think it's free.
I don't know if it'll be free. Did they say it will be?
I don't know.
They said it'll
I think they said it was gonna be free.
yeah, it'll be for the
I
like
could be wrong about that.
like Android, iOS, and they said it also could be coming like console and
It's
PC
gonna-
later.
Consoles, PC,
So-
VR.
Yeah, VR.
Something one of my friends pointed out to me today that is pretty interesting. Elder Scrolls Blades may be the first fully cross-platform game ever.
Oh, interesting.
Because they have an arena mode, and Todd like very like offhandedly even mentioned it during the press conference. He was saying like, you could be in your office playing arena against somebody in like a full VR rig.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And that like that's something that's never been done before. You could play like Fortnite's pretty damn close to that at this point, but
Yeah.
No VR.
they haven't got the VR angle yet. But yeah, I mean that's kind of a cool bit about it. Yeah.
I'm excited because I can say hold my beer and play one-handed
Yeah.
in portrait mode. Thanks,
As-
Todd.
Yeah, great, Todd. You're just making things better. As much as like, I was a little upset when I saw that, but I'm excited. They mentioned you get to rebuild your town, and I don't know what it is, dude, but like building towns and like rebuilding cities and stuff in video games is my favorite thing to do. So I'm in. I'm buying into the Bethesda Elder Scrolls, the next official Elder Scrolls title, the mobile game Blades.
Yeah.
God.
The cross-platform game Blades.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I think that really that covers the Bethesda conference.
Yeah.
For the most part. I give it a I'm still standing by. I think they're the worst conference so far.
What? Really?
Yeah,
but
dude.
they were the best.
Yeah, in terms of games, I
Because
think
they
the
were-
best.
they were-
Yes. They
best games, best entertainment, cringe fest.
No,
but it
I'm
was
not even gonna
great.
say they gave the best games. I'm not counting Elder Scrolls. Like them
Okay,
saying it,
alright.
like whatever. Even Starfield.
A
Bethesda's my
Battlefield-
favorite
not
company.
Battlefield, wow, Fallout multiplayer. That's still a big deal.
Yeah, in the new Wolfenstein.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not saying
Yeah,
like there
we
were no
didn't talk
good
about that.
games, but there were better. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Other
mean,
conferences had more games.
Yeah,
that
yeah. I mean,
liked.
Microsoft did have a lot of like consistently good games.
Yeah.
And so do the other ones, but
But the presentation was awful.
yeah,
It was so bad.
I think
Bethesda's bad.
Todd did a good job with his presentation.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really enjoy listening to him because he's just like you said before. Well, he's awkward, but he's aware that he's awkward,
So he
and
just
so
goes
he
with
rolls
it,
with it, and
yeah.
it just works.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
wow,
just works.
No, yeah, okay. Like I'll say, every time like when Pete Hines came out, the president of Bethesda, and Todd Howard, like for the latter half of the show, it was fine. From there on out, it was fine. The moment Todd stepped out, like he's a guy who's been doing this for so long, it's just second nature to him. It doesn't like he's used to it. He's good at it, and it shows. Like he's so awkward, he's so dorky, but like he's good at it. And so like it was fine from there on out, but like everything before that was so awful that
yeah.
I don't know. Like I couldn't handle it. We will quickly cover the final thing for Sunday as far as press conferences was the Devolver Digital Press Conference, if you can call it that.
The trailer fest.
How do you even like?
It was like
about this?
pre-done. I
It's
think.
a pre-recorded thing.
Yeah. It was a
100%.
satire on the other conferences, pretty much.
Yeah, it was like one big 20-minute satire on press conferences. They did show games. They only showed a couple. It
Yeah,
was,
a couple.
The
remake of like Air.
oh,
The From Software.
I wish I could remember the name. It's Mech something.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Mhm.
they're remastering like a 2004 From Software video game that's basically about the president in a mech warrior suit, like trying to save
Oh yeah.
America.
Yeah.
It looks ridiculous, but in like the best way ever. They showed off this game called My Friend Pedro, which looks really sick. It's basically just that you kind of jump and dance around a room and just gun down people. You can kick skateboards into their head. You can kick their head into their other people's heads. It's just like it's a really cool looking indie game. But really like they showed the other like battle royale. Or not battle royale. Was it battle royale?
What?
The super hardcore like you gotta.
Oh, Scum. Yeah, no, that's
Season 2.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
not. That's
cool.
nothing new though.
Right. It's
but
just like a new season, right?
no, it's not even out. It's in early access, or it's like out. It's alpha or pre-alpha or something.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's just like an extreme hardcore survival game where like
Too
like
extreme.
yeah, like it'll talk about like blood pressure, like body mass index, like muscle composition, like it goes in super in depth.
Which I guess some people want.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, but it doesn't like it's the graphics are kind of outdated. Like it's like you're definitely playing it for the hardcoreness, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But that's been out like announced a while.
But yeah, like the gist of the conference was more just to like poke fun
Yeah.
at other conferences and just like things that are happening in life in general.
Yeah.
Like they made fun of cryptocurrencies.
Yeah.
And they created their own cryptocurrency called Lootbox Coin. The value you can buy it. You can actually
you can
buy
buy
it.
physical coin. It's not like actual
it's a big
crypto.
gold coin, and the price fluctuates just completely at random, like every hour.
Yeah, something.
It's a big goof.
Yeah.
Ha.
Haha, we've all bought cryptocurrency, so they're making fun of us.
Yeah.
But that was really like
Yeah.
that was the gist of their show.
Yeah, it was really entertaining.
Very.
And I think so. Devolver is only a publishing company, and essentially, publishing they're just like a marketing company. And I think they did a good job of drawing attention to themselves for publicity and marketing. So like I think they did a good job with that, and they're still cool people, and they publish cool games.
Definitely. We might be a little biased because we love Devolver. It was nice like having Rebecca watch it with us because she's like your more general audience kind of view, and she was asking like, why are these guys so weird? And I think it made a good point of like, they're weird because that's how most other people see them. they're the weird indie publishing company that like nobody knows who these guys are, blah blah blah, this and that, and they played that up, in their press conference. They also created a press conference cinematic universe. No, that's a thing now.
That's pretty funny.
God.
All the cutscenes too were like super. They were like stock footage like type of things, and the like audio. Yeah, it was a whole ordeal that we definitely. It's only like 20 minutes long, so you should definitely go watch it.
100% worth watching.
Yeah,
it's the most. This is like the most wild thing I've ever seen.
Also watched last year's because it was just like that too.
Yeah. Well, I think I don't actually have my timer next to me because of the way our rig is set up, but I think we're about at an hour right now.
Yeah, we're about an hour,
and we're like halfway through.
So here's what we're gonna do. Instead of making this one like 2 hour long thing, I think we'll break this up and maybe we'll talk about the next part of E3. Like we covered Sunday.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
so we can cover Monday and then the last like the Nintendo conference on Tuesday.
And then what
next week in like part 2. And then we'll resume the regular things from there because I don't want to like make this drag too long and then
yeah, because there's still a lot to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But yeah, so we'll cover it day by day more or less from here on out. But yeah, then I guess we can wrap it there because that was the end of Sunday. What would you guys say? Like, just strictly talking Sunday's show. What was your favorite thing that you saw?
Cyberpunk. I mean,
okay,
easy. I was really interested in Bethesda's like new sci-fi RPG IP, but we didn't really get anything besides like a teaser.
Yeah.
If they showed more of that, it'd probably be that because I think we all knew Cyberpunk was gonna happen, but Cyberpunk was definitely my favorite thing that was announced.
What about you, Austin?
Just the idea that Elder Scrolls 6 is confirmed being worked on. I'm really happy about that. But you said it's not really a game at this point. So I'll probably go with Cyberpunk as well because that's going to be really cool, unique game to play. I don't think anyone else has done Cyberpunk, like a big RPG Cyberpunk world. So
yeah.
It's going to be really cool to just check that out.
I'm going to cheat and say something that we didn't even talk about because I skipped over it because we didn't have enough time. But
go for it.
Dead by Daylight 2. We got to see a little bit of that. And it's like it looks like medieval ages zombie apocalypse game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it looks really cool. And they talked about like like every action you do will affect the world. And, everybody says that, but like they seem to show like they gave some examples of that like in gameplay. So hopefully it sticks to that through a lot of things you can do. But I'm actually really excited for that. I didn't really like the first Dead by Daylight. That's not the name of it. Dying Light. Dead by Daylight is the horror survival.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Dying Light 2. Anyways. It's just like a zombie parkour game, basically. But now it's also in the medieval ages, but still in the future. I don't know. It looks rad. I'm actually pretty stoked for it. I mean, I'm obviously like Cyberpunk. I'm very excited for it too, but we didn't see gameplay or anything yet. So I'll say, as far as Sunday goes, Dying Light 2 took the cake for me. Well, I think that pretty much covers this week's episode.
Before we go, you guys are going to be at E3 this week.
Yeah.
So if anyone has anything they want to find out, you should get in touch with you guys.
Hit us up.
Email response@gamersgrove.net.
Yep. You can hit our email. You can join our Discord. I pretty much always have it open on my phone, so I'll respond to anything just about immediately if you all got questions.
You can find us in our other usual places, though. Not going to list them all this week.
The usual places that I have been banned from listing are all there still, and you can contact us on any of them, and we will do a moderately good job of getting back to you. All right, well, that covers everything. Thank you all for tuning in, And we will see you next week with the second part of E3.
See ya.
Yeah, I guess we didn't tell Austin that
What?
we might cut it.
Oh
Sure.
shit, yeah, I'm sorry.
Stop.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, because
I don't know if the audio is it if it's throughout Twitch and stuff too, but your audio was like nut now.
really.
Like,
Yeah, it was like you had a
peaking?
phone next to it.
Yeah.
it-
I did
Like
have
a phone next to it was
it.
like it was like buzzing and stuff.
Well, my phone was on the couch and it buzzed at one point. I think.
No, it was like your audio jack wasn't plugged in right or something.
Oh, weird.
I don't know. All right,
Huh.
man, you could have messaged us though before.
Yeah. Oh well. Hopefully it won't come out too badly. I mean, fuck. I don't know.
I didn't really like. There wasn't really anything you could have done
Yeah.
anyway. So
Well, I think also
it wasn't like constant. So
this was my bad, but like I was leaning into the mic, but like most of the testing and
Was
stuff
all-
we did
yeah,
was
we were all
when we were
sitting
all
back.
sitting back.
Yeah.
This couch is uncomfortable. It's hard to sit on.
yeah,
It
it's
was
fine.
fucked up weird.
I mean, it's like it's whatever. If it's a goof up technical difficulties episode, then it is. So be it. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
this is
worst
17,
like
right?
we'll do the best we can. If it doesn't come out perfect, then whatever.
Okay, so when do you want me to upload this?
If you can, still just the usual Wednesday.
Wednesday? Okay.
Are you able to do that? You think?
I think so.
Okay.
Just pop up the audio when you can onto.
Yeah, I'm doing that right
It
now.
shouldn't take long. I think it took me like 2 hours to do the last one. So.
Okay.
And that was with me like learning how to use Audacity, so it should be faster now.
Yeah. I don't know if I just told this to export on desktop or not. Whatever.
If not, I think it's in the documents. Or no, it's in the Audacity.
Right.
So, did you guys notice during the PC game show how they totally like kidnapped Miyamoto?
Yeah, what was that?
He's like the team backstage would love to see a picture with you. Come with me. And
Yeah.
it's like
He's
he's like, oh shit, I took
Yeah,
your gift. I have to come
Yeah,
with
he's
you."
like,
They just totally like,
just kidnapped the dude.
yeah, no Kojima.
What, was it Kojima?
No, they didn't show
thought it
him.
was-
he didn't come out
Yeah, he didn't come out.
Oh,
for the
okay.
Sony. Fuck, you're making
I
me
was
type
like,
Kojima.
geez, that'd be bad if I mixed up my two Asian guys. That'd look real racist.
Yeah, dude, I want I want Milo's shirt though. That's a cool shirt.
Yeah, that was a dope shirt.
I didn't think it was that great. I didn't get why everyone was saying it was a cool shirt.
Oh, I like the shirt.
I'm gonna just out of
What
curiosity.
was so
I wanna-
cool about it? Did I not notice it?
Put us under Skyrim.
Yeah, because they're gonna do the Alexa thing.
Oh.
Well, I wanted to see if I could actually find the Alexa Skyrim, but no.
Was it the Mario one?
What?
The shirt he was wearing?
No, it was like a Nintendo shirt, but it had like a bunch of like material like type logos everywhere. I don't know. I'm describing it badly, but
Wait, should say Skyrim.
That's Stranding though.
Yeah, Death Stranding, dude.
yeah.
What a
Yeah,
like.
they have like a star-studded cast. Like Leah Sedona, I really like her. And I'd call me.
What is she
like,
in?
She's in lots
You
of
like
Bond
watching her
movies.
eat that little flesh bug?
Oh, dude, that
That-
was so
was
Was that
gross.
enjoyable, Brady?
Well, like Rebecca was here, and she's like, "What did I just watch?"
Oh.
Why am I strangely aroused?
God. What can I uninstall? I can't believe my disk on here is full too. Wait,
What are you trying to do?
my disk is full.
Uh-oh.
So I gotta. Oh, can I just make it export to the D drive instead?
Yeah, just save it. Go when you file save as, and then
Well,
or
I just want to
export
export
as.
it.
Yeah. Then yeah, just pick here.
Okay. Cool. Ep 17. Well, Brady. Alright, I hope Rebecca's not asleep. I mean, I guess if she is, I'll just kidnap the Alexa from her. Get some cool
music.
Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab the Alexa.
You don't hate on the music.
The video's not up, but you'd be able to see me jamming out to this stuff.
Oh god.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're doing it because you'll actually know, like.
Do you want me to do it?
Well, just you started out. Well, walk us through it.
I
It needs
don't
to
know
be.
how it works.
What do you mean? Haven't you done it?
No.
Or I mean, like, okay, whatever.
Well,
We'll figure it out.
yeah, okay. What's this
Excuse me.
Oh my god.
So what days are you guys going to E3?
When are you going?
Have you just
Are you
decided?
wanting to, like,
Yeah.
stream?
Yeah, well, yeah, we didn't stop.
We're going tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
my god. No.
Oh.
I can't believe you've done this.
I'm gonna fix it.
Just make sure that she's happy.
We gotta like get her in a spot where
Let's put it, like, right
I
here.
wanted to get chocolate first.
Oh, come on, baby. We'll go after her.
I want some hippos.
Yeah.
What?
The hippos? The yummy
Hey, Tom.
You don't fucking remember my hippos?
It's in the middle, so it's not on right now. Don't worry.
Camera shy. There's no camera. You got fooled.
I really did.
I think my toe's falling off, guys.
Your
Toe
toe?
is falling off.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Why does this still say talk shows if I upgraded it to?
You hit update.
Yeah.
information? I probably.
Takes a second. Oh, there we go. It says Skyrim on Alexa for me now.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like the game. Okay, there. The game says Elder Scrolls Skyrim. What? Okay.
No,
So
a
let's.
very special edition.
Oh, I gotta turn off the music.
Please.
Leave it on.
You could
Fight a dragon to this music.
Could you?
Would you?
Ah. Okay. All right, Rebecca.
Pro Alexa player.
Oh, she heard you say that.
Stop.
I can see your Twitch.
Shuffling songs by Earth.
Hell.
Good job.
Good job, Brady.
Yo,
this is
cool. Stop, Alexa, stop. Alexa, that's enough. We can't. We are royalty-free music. We can't do that.
Blowing it.
All right.
Whoa.
Alexa, open Skyrim.
Welcome back to Skyrim, adventurer. You are standing at a crossroads deciding where to go. In one direction is a foggy dock, in the other is a quaint farm. Where would you like to go?
Go to the farm.
Foggy Duck.
All right, we'll take turns.
Once at the
We'll
foggy
go-
dock, a
go
dark
this
elf
way.
messenger greets you. He looks quite sad. He tells you his uncle was killed by a mysterious evil in a misty mountain. Will you avenge his uncle?
Yes.
Austin, you're gonna be next.
You arrive
What?
at your first dungeon.
Can you hear it?
As the mighty Dovahkiin, you
Yeah.
obviously already
Very
know
nice.
that you can use your weapon, cast spell, or shout to battle your enemies. And, seeing as how you're Skyrim's chosen one, you certainly will never ever need to ask to flee when facing an enemy too powerful for you. Nope, a powerful warrior like you won't ever need to flee, or even take enough damage to ask, what is my health? So let's continue. You follow the quest marker to your destination. Conditions on your footpath look bleak. This is a mountain only a graybeard could love. Will you venture in?
What the hell?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh yeah, wait, we have to say it for him.
Of course.
Will you venture in?
Yes.
A gust of cold wind almost knocks you over. A bandit leaps out in front of you. He won't let you leave without a fight. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
You shout.
Foos. Your unrelenting force throws the bandit
all I
back,
have?
staggering him.
Weak ass.
What a voice.
Your thumb grows mighty. Your shout skill has increased to level 2.
Hey.
The bandit swings his weapon at you. You take 7 damage. What would you like to do?
Attack with weapon.
Your dagger cuts the bandit. Your foe is resistant to this type of attack.
Ooh.
Your skill with arms has increased to level 2.
Try something.
The bandit swings his weapon at you. You take 7 damage. What would you like to do?
Flee.
You make your escape and live to fight another day. There are 2 ways forward, a tree-lined trail and a shaded ridge.
Flee.
Which do you choose?
Oh my god.
Alexa, can you repeat that?
Alright, this is your
There
go.
are 2 ways forward, a tree-lined trail and a shaded ridge. Which do you choose?
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, dude.
I forgot we're taking
There
turns.
are 2 ways forward, a
the
tree-lined
left.
trail and a shaded ridge. Which do you choose?
A
The
tree
shaded
line-
ridge.
Shaded ridge.
You pause for a moment to catch your breath in the thin air. You hear clicking. That rock is actually a mud crab. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What
Cast
would you like to
spell.
do?
Oh, sorry. Cast spell.
You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use
Cast
shout, or flee.
spell.
What would you like to do?
Doesn't like your voice.
Cast
Cast.
spell. Wait until she's done talking.
Your flames burn the mud crab.
She can't just hear you. Good job. You burned the
Your
mud.
magic skill has increased to level 2.
I wanted to soul
You have
trap.
learned new spells. The mud crab snaps its pincers. You take 5 damage. What would you like to do?
I drink a health potion.
You can attack with weapon, cast
Oh, dude,
spell,
we don't have
use
any.
shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Attack with weapon.
Your dagger eviscerates the mud crab.
Battle mage.
The mud crab's dead shell clatters. If only you had time to make some steamed mud crab legs. You survived the
One
battle.
die.
Your health is at 81.
Loot the crab,
Our
baby.
health is at 1.
Your skill with arms has increased to level 3.
Pay attention.
You loot the mud crab's remains, find a superior iron sword, and cast aside your old weapon. There are 2 paths before you, a dangerous detour trail and a snowdrift footpath. Which do you choose?
Dangerous detour.
You venture further up the mountain. Snow-covered fir trees line the mountainside. A bandit leaps out in front of you. He won't let you leave without a fight. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Turn his ass.
Cast spell. That's what he said, right?
Your raised zombie hits the bandit. Your magicka
sound
swells with
effects.
arcane
Zombie.
power. Your magic skill has increased to level 3. The bandit swings his weapon at you. You take 7 damage. What would you like to do?
Cast spell.
Your raised zombie hits the bandit. Your foe falls at your undead thrall's hands. You begin to see why necromancy is banned in some provinces. You have triumphed. You have 74 health. There are 3 paths forward, a large boulder scramble, a treeless plateau, and a natural stone bridge. Which do you choose?
The natural stone bridge.
I wish I had a beer. I wish I had one of those.
You venture
Down
further
the
up the
side.
mountain. A lone mountain goat races away as you approach. You're nearly finished here, you realize. Of course, the hardest battle is yet to come. The room brightens up with an otherworldly light. A flame atronach twists in the air, blocking your path. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
You shout.
Foos. Your mighty shout slams the flame atronach into the dirt.
Your mighty shout.
Your shout skill has increased to level 3. You now command unrelenting force. The flame atronach hurls a ball of fire at you. You take 16 damage. What would you like to do?
Damn, you're gonna die.
Let's die. It's your go, Austin.
You can
drink a
attack
health
with
potion.
weapon, cast spell,
You drink
use
health
shout,
potion?
or flee. What would you like to do?
Drink health potion.
You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout,
Attack
or
with
flee.
weapon.
What would you
Attack
like to
with
do?
Weapon.
Attack with weapon. Why would I not interrupting it?
Your sword pierces the flame Atronach. The flame Atronach misses you with a ball of fire. What would you like to do?
Oh, cast spell.
Your raised zombie bites the flame Atronach. Your foe has some resistance to that attack. The flame Atronach hurls a ball of fire at you. You take 16 damage. What would you like to do?
Attack with weapon.
Run.
Don't know. We're not cowards.
You're gonna confuse her.
Your sword carves the flame Atronach.
He's gonna run
The flame
away.
Atronach hurls a ball of
Look at
fire
him.
at you.
Look
You
at
take
his smile.
16 damage. What would you like to do?
No, we're use shout.
You can
Don't
attack
run.
with weapon,
Yeah.
cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Use shout.
Futhro. Your unrelenting force tosses the flame Atronach into the air. It crashes to the ground. The flame Atronach croaks one last breath, defeated. You survived the battle. Your health is at 26. You have successfully cleared the mountain pass of its dangers, making Skyrim a safer place for all. You made it all the way around the mountain back to where you began. Funny how walking in a circle will do that. The messenger thanks you for bringing justice to such evil. He hands you a ring of invisibility. You slip it on your finger and the ring turns invisible. Not you. Novice enchanters. Sheesh. After heading out on the road, you become overwhelmed with quest markers and turn them all off to enjoy the beautiful landscape. You soon arrive at a crossroads. In one direction is a Nord village, in the other is an abandoned tower. Where would you like to go?
Nord Village.
Nord Village.
Once at the Nord village, a Nord hunter greets you. She looks quite sad. She tells you her cobbler was killed by a mysterious evil in a dense forest. Will you avenge her
No,
cobbler?
for you.
No.
After heading out on the road, you become overwhelmed with quest markers and turn them all off to enjoy the beautiful landscape. You soon arrive at a crossroads. In one direction is a spooky lighthouse, in the other is a Nord village. Where would you like to go?
Spooky lighthouse.
It's annihilation.
You meet a bread and shopkeeper at the spooky lighthouse. She's lost an item of great sentimental value, a rare book. She begs you to retrieve it for her. Will you lend your aid to this desperate shopkeeper?
No.
Ask her why
You
she's
head out on the
eating bread
road.
in a White House.
After paying the fine for killing an innocent chicken, which by the way was a total accident, you arrive at a crossroads. In one direction is a spooky lighthouse, in the other is a Nord village. Where would you like to go?
We're at the crossroads.
Spooky Lighthouse.
Spooky lighthouse.
You might have to help her.
Once at the spooky lighthouse, a Red Guard sailor greets you.
Different lighthouse.
He tells you of the terrible evil lurking in a nearby cave that has been terrorizing the spooky lighthouse. Will you lend your spell and steel to his cause?
Yeah.
You follow the quest marker to your destination. An ominous cave looms in front of you. You try to ignore the odd groaning sounds coming from inside. Are you ready to face the peril ahead?
What is my health?
What?
Your health is 100. Are you ready to face the peril ahead?
Then definitely, yeah.
When did we heal?
Are you ready to face the peril ahead?
Yes. Is that my question?
Blisterwort and fly amanita mushrooms cover much of the floor. The corpse of an ancient Nord rises up before you. It's a Draugr or warrior. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Flee.
God damn
The
it,
mighty
dude.
dragonborn manages to scamper off successfully.
We're the
There are
worst
two ways
dragonborn.
forward, a waterlogged corridor and a partially collapsed mine shaft. Which do you choose?
Mine shaft.
Mine shaft.
Blisterwort and fly amanita mushrooms cover much of the floor. You step into a pile of webs.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
You're
God.
stuck. And a small frostbite spider starts crawling towards you.
Flee.
You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Use shout.
Oh, you son of a bitch, you're burning.
Futhro.
Get it away from
Your
me.
mighty shout slams the small frostbite spider into the dirt. Your foe is resistant to this type of attack.
Good job.
The small frostbite spider bites you. You take 7 damage. What would you like to do?
That's fine.
Cast spell.
Your frostbite stings the small frostbite spider. It will never
Yeah,
move
good
again.
spell choice.
You are victorious.
Why
Your
can't-
health is
why
at
are you-
93.
I'm victorious. My health is at 93.
Your magicka swells with arcane
Also,
power.
why can't I
Your magic
choose-
skill has increased to level 4. There are 2 paths before you, a rope ladder and a waterlogged corridor. Which do you choose?
Rope ladder.
You move deeper into the cave. You pass carefully over a creaking wooden footbridge. This is no place to twist your ankle.
when does
You
Skyrim
hear the
have
rattling
rope
of bones. A skeleton warrior lurches towards you. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would
You know,
you
I'm
like
starting
to
to
do?
think this isn't actually Skyrim, guys. I'm gonna attack with a weapon.
You can
Attack.
attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee.
Rope bridges.
What would you like to do?
Attack with weapon.
Am I a thing yet?
Your sword
Yeah,
digs
we're
into the
Lydia.
skeleton warrior. The skeleton warrior shatters into bits of bone. You have triumphed. You have 93 health.
Dude. Hell yeah.
Your skill with arms has increased to level 4. You ignore the useless junk in the skeleton warrior's inventory and find a flawless iron dagger. Ooh, shiny. There are 2 paths before you, a rope walkway to a corridor and an excavated mine shaft. Which do you choose?
What was it? Two?
Excavated mine
There are 2
shaft.
paths before you,
Bitch.
a rope walkway to a corridor and an excavated mine shaft. Which do you choose?
Excavated mine shaft.
You move deeper into the cave. Your boots splash softly into cold water as you enter a large chamber. You feel an otherworldly heat. An apprentice fire mage stands before you.
Oh.
He seems unsure of his skills. You can attack with weapon, cast spell,
Can I
use
attack
shout,
him
or
with
flee.
insults?
What would you like to do?
Attack with weapon.
Attack with weapon.
Your dagger cuts the apprentice
I'd like
fire
to tell
mage.
him that he'll
The
never do
apprentice
shit.
fire mage attacks, but misses. What would you like to do?
He's
You
not
shout.
sure of himself.
Futh row. Your mighty thumb crashes into your foe. The apprentice fire mage struggles to get up, briefly, then expires.
Oh.
Good riddance.
Damn, dude.
You are victorious. Your health is at 93.
Dude, we're the shout masters.
We're victorious.
Your thumb
you
grows
guys.
mighty.
Yes.
Your shout skill has increased to level 4.
What difficulty
There are 2
we
ways
on?
forward, a low-ceilinged
Novice.
corridor and a minecart path. Which do you choose?
This is you, Austin.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
The
There are 2
path.
ways forward, a low-ceilinged corridor and a minecart path.
The low
Which do you
corridor.
choose?
Okay.
A low-ceilinged corridor.
You move deeper into the cave. The drip-drop of trickling water reverberates off the cave's walls. 1 battle left to fight. Victory or Sovngarde. A brutish Dremora churl awaits you. He laughs maniacally. You can attack with weapon, cast spell,
Just
use
jump
shout,
up to
or flee.
demons.
What would you like to do?
You shout.
Futh row. Your unrelenting force tosses the Dremora churl into the air. It crashes to the ground. The Dremora churl blasts a stream of fire towards you. You take 9 damage. What would you like to do?
Cast a spell.
Your raised zombie bites the Dremora churl. Your foe has some resistance to that attack.
Good one.
The Dremora churl blasts a stream of fire towards you. You take 9 damage. What would you like to do?
Use shout.
Hell yeah, Brady.
Futh row. Your unrelenting force tosses the Dremora churl into the air. It crashes to the ground. The Dremora churl blasts a stream of fire towards you.
This guy's
You take
strong.
9 damage. What would you like to do?
Austin.
Can I?
You can attack with weapon,
Attack
cast
with
spell,
weapon,
use
bitch.
shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Attack with weapon. Bitch.
Your dagger cuts the Dremora churl. The Dremora churl attacks, but misses. What would you like to do?
Oh, you shout.
Futh row.
You gotta play
Your
those
mighty
with
thumb
those
crashes into your foe. The Dremora churl blasts a stream of fire towards you.
Jesus.
You take 9 damage.
Dude.
What would you like to do?
Attack with weapon.
Your dagger eviscerates the Dremora churl.
Bitch.
The Dremora churl dies with a curse on its lips,
Eviscerates.
unable to escape through Daedric portal it summoned. You survived the battle. Your health is at 57. You have successfully cleared the Cave of Evil. This should earn you a generous reward. You hop down a ledge and find yourself at the cave's entrance. Neat.
Reward.
Neat.
Needs.
The Red Guard breathes a sigh of relief and thanks you for
This is
putting
such
down
a
every
troll.
last one of those vile villains. They really had it coming. He tosses you a stone of Barenzia. It looks nice, but let's be
Barenzia?
honest, you'll likely never complete the set. You head out on the road but forget about the precious ingots in your pockets and go back to town. You sell them and head out on the road again. Soon, you arrive at a crossroads. In one direction is a spooky lighthouse, in the other is a quaint farm. Where would you like to go?
Quaint farm.
At the quaint farm, an Altmer scholar greets
Say 2
you.
more rounds.
She desperately needs you to retrieve a black soul gem from a misty mountain. Will you help the Altmer scholar?
No.
No.
After heading out on the
Done,
road,
adventure.
you have a peculiar conversation with 2 Ulliker warriors. Then, you arrive at a crossroads. In one direction is a spooky lighthouse, in the other is a dusty old wood mill. Where would you like to go?
Dusty old windmill.
We have to call it Dusty.
Once at the dusty old wood mill, a Khajiit companion greets you.
Who could
She
be-
looks quite sad.
Kaji.
She tells you her apprentice was killed by a mysterious evil in an abandoned fort. Will you avenge her apprentice?
Yes.
Yes.
We don't help Khajiit. Come
I'm
on.
helping this.
You follow the
cat
quest
help.
marker to your
Kitties.
destination. The fort appears to be
I'm the cat
abandoned.
lady.
You wonder what awful things may have taken up residence here. Will you press forward on your quest?
No.
You head out on the
Hell
road and
yeah.
pass a guard.
They
I heard about you and your honeyed words. He mutters to you, utterly lacking your characteristic swagger. You arrive at a crossroads. In one direction is an abandoned tower, in the other is a Daedric shrine. Where would you like to go?
I don't. I'm.
Daedric Shrine. Let's just go.
You meet a
I don't think we
Khajiit
have much
explorer at the
choice in the way
Daedric
this
shrine.
goes.
She's lost an item of great sentimental value, a mountain flower. She begs you to retrieve it for her. Will you lend your aid to this desperate explorer?
Yeah.
Whose turn is it?
Who's mine?
You follow the quest marker to your
End it
destination.
on-
You step over some debris and notice this is an old Nordic ruin.
We'll do
You
one.
wonder if they are the friendly kind of Nords, or the unfriendly kind. Do you charge into danger?
Yeah.
Uh,
No one else will.
The room is dimly lit by tall candles. Your hair stands on end. An apprentice storm mage stands before you. He seems unsure of his skills. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
use shout.
Hell yeah.
Good
Foos
call,
row.
Brady.
Your
Good call.
unrelenting force
Oh, yeah.
tosses the apprentice storm mage into the air. He crashes to the ground.
Good job.
Oh,
What?
Your thumb grows
Loser.
mighty.
oh,
Your shout skill has increased to level 5. The apprentice storm
They
mage
have roots?
unleashes a torrent of lightning from his palm. You take 10 damage. What would you like to do?
It's you, Austin.
Oh, it's me?
You can attack with
Attack with
weapon,
weapon,
cast
okay.
spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Attack with weapon.
Your dagger slices into the apprentice storm mage. The apprentice storm mage dies. He probably should have studied in Winterhold a little harder. You survived the battle. Your health is at 90.
Dropouts, am I right?
Your skill with arms has increased to level 5. You loot the apprentice storm mage's remains, find an epic iron battle axe, and cast aside your old weapon. There are 2 ways forward, a hidden staircase and an unlocked gate. Which do you choose?
Hidden staircase. Alright, you got the last move.
You move deeper into the fort.
Yo.
A skeever roasts
Oh,
on a
shit.
spit in the hearth,
Apprentice, we
unattended.
gotta keep going.
A bandit leaps out in front of you. He won't let you leave without a fight. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
You shout.
Hell yeah.
Foos row. Your mighty shout slams the bandit into the dirt. The bandit swings his weapon at you. You take 7 damage. What would you like to do?
Use shout.
Foos row.
Shout out
Your
my-
unrelenting force throws the
Blast
bandit
him in the
back,
corner.
staggering him. The bandit struggles to get up, briefly, then expires. Good riddance. You have triumphed. You have 83 health.
Hell yeah.
There are 2 ways forward, a simple
Might
wooden
even
gate
win
and a
it.
definitely not booby-trapped hallway. Which do you choose?
So you guys go.
The booby trapped
You
hallway.
move deeper into the fort. Your
Oh.
boots clatter on the cobblestone floor.
Get a choice.
A skulking death hound growls
Okay, go
at you.
again.
His master may be close by. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
You shout.
You shout.
You can attack with weapon,
Oh.
cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
You shout.
Is this one right?
Your sparks zap the Death Hound. The Death Hound lunges at you and bites. You
Our
take 8
sparks?
damage.
Yeah, what, did it cast
What
like
would
a
you like to
spell?
do?
You shout.
Futh Row. Your unrelenting force tosses the Death Hound into the air. It crashes to the ground. The Death Hound is resistant to that attack. The Death Hound lunges at you, but misses. What would you like to do?
You shout.
Futh Row. Your mighty shout slams the Death Hound into the dirt. The Death Hound croaks one last breath, defeated. You have triumphed. You have 75 health.
What resistance?
Your shout skill has increased to level 6.
Alright, we got
You now
that.
command unrelenting
The
force.
difficulty, guys.
There are 2 paths before you, a metal banded door and a simple wooden gate. Which do you choose?
Door.
You move deeper
You're
into the
next.
fort. You see a plate covered in coins resting on a table. You accidentally pick up the plate instead of the coins. A bandit leaps out in front of you. He won't let you leave without a fight. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Use weapon.
You can attack with weapon, cast spell,
Use
use
your
shout,
weapon.
or flee.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Use weapon.
Your battle axe hacks the bandit.
When did we get
The
a
bandit is resistant to that attack. The bandit swings at you, but misses.
Are you
What would you like to do?
that?
You shout. Come on, we have to have it now.
Yeah, that's how you win.
I
You
think
can
you
attack
should
with
use
weapon,
highly,
cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Use shout.
Futh Road Doc. Your unrelenting force tosses the
got
bandit
it.
into the air. He crashes to the ground.
Completed.
The bandit never gets back up. That's what you get for messing with the Dovahkiin. You survived the battle.
Jesus.
Your health is at 75. There are 2 paths before you, a sagging wooden archway and a broken open gate. Which do you choose?
Saggy.
What?
There are 2 paths before you, a sagging wooden archway and a broken open
Oh,
gate.
this-
Which do you choose?
Give me the archway.
You move deeper into the fort. The room is dimly lit by tall candles. You're nearly finished here, you realize. Of course, the hardest battle is yet to come. The room brightens up with an otherworldly light. A flame atronach twists in the air, blocking your path. You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
Flee.
There is no turning back now.
Oh
You
shit.
must face this final threat.
trapped.
You can attack with weapon, cast spell, use shout, or flee. What would you like to do?
You shout.
You
You
shout.
shout.
Futh Road Da. Your mighty shout slams the flame atronach into the dirt. The flame atronach hurls a ball of fire at you. You take 16 damage. What would you like to do?
Cast a spell.
That's what
Your
I would
raised zombie hits the flame
You have a water
atronach.
spell.
Your foe has some resistance to that attack.
How does
The
raised
flame
zombie work
atronach
under
hurls
the
a ball
light
of fire at
weapon?
you. You take 16
I'm
damage.
telling you, we need a
What would you like
flee.
to do?
He tried.
Flame atronach is
Cast
OP.
spell.
Your raised zombie hits the flame atronach. Your attack was not very effective.
Shut up.
Your magic skill has increased to level 5. You have learned new spells. The flame atronach hurls a ball of fire at you. You take 16 damage. What would you like to do?
Cast spell.
Your conjured familiar gnashes at the flame atronach, defeating it once and for all.
Oh,
Good
nice.
boy. You are
Good
victorious.
boy.
Your health is at 27.
Nice.
You pick up the mountain flower,
Yeah, good
determined to
boy.
return it to its rightful owner. You pull a lever and a path opens to the fort's entrance. How convenient.
This is hamburger.
The Khajiit explorer thanks you for retrieving her mountain flower. How could she live with it? As a reward, she gives you a small giant's toe. It probably
small
just belonged to a
giant's
very
toe.
large Nord. You head out on the road. You stop by a tavern but ignore everyone trying to give you quests and move on. Soon, you arrive at a crossroads. In one direction is a small hamlet, in the other is a bustling tavern. Where would you like to go?
Whose turn was it?
Tavern.
Oh,
Mine
anyways.
as well.
Alright, when it comes back to
In
you,
one
we'll
direction
end
is a
it.
small hamlet, in the other is a bustling
Quick,
tavern. Where would you like to go?
Bustling tavern.
You meet a dark elf city guard at the bustling tavern. She's lost an item of great sentimental value, a book of conjuration spells.
Wait.
She begs you to retrieve it for her. Will you lend your aid to this desperate city guard?
See you guys.
Guard. What? Right?
Do we help her?
Will you lend your aid to
No.
this desperate city guard?
No.
You head out on the road.
Fuck that
After
bitch.
breaking into several
very
citizens'
selective
homes and
about their
stealing their
quests.
valueless possessions, you're run out of a
Just gonna
town.
leave 'em like
Soon,
that?
you arrive at a
These
crossroads.
are all fetch
In one
quests.
direction is a quaint
yeah.
farm,
Oh,
in
wait,
the other
it's
is a
Skyrim,
busy
I
trading
forgot.
post. Where would you like to
That's
go?
all there are.
Trading post.
You meet a
Alright, you
red
get our
guard
last
city
move.
guard at the busy trading post. He's lost an item of great sentimental value, a family tree tapestry. He begs you to retrieve it for him. Will you lend your aid to this desperate city guard?
No.
And that's
After
how we
heading
do
out
it.
on the
Alright, how do we
road,
stop
you
it?
have a
With a
peculiar
smile?
conversation
No.
with two Ulliker warriors. Then, you arrive at a crossroads. In one direction is a
Alexa,
Nord
that's
village.
enough.
Stop.
Swords.
In one direction is a Nord
Alexa,
village.
stop.
Safe travels,
She's really
adventure.
into the game.
Oh.
Safe
Because you
travel.
played Skyrim Very Special Edition, Amazon recommends another popular game skill called Higher or Lower. Do you want to give it a try?
No. The fuck? We're here to play Skyrim.
Just
Alright.
turns off.
Very special edition.
Alright, that was fun. And now
That was.
we are ending the stream. Goodbye, world.
Goodbye.